Okay.
Okay, this meeting of the Bisbee Design Review Board is called to order by Lori Ganell at 5:30 p.m. on August 7, 2024. I will do a roll call. Bob DeCruff, he's excused. Peter Gaffer.
Present.
Lori Ganell, here. John Guy.
Here.
Ben Lepley.
Here.
Doug Taylor, excused. Ted Schriever.
Here.
Frank Davis, excused. Emmanuel Stewart, excused. Javier Rodriguez.
Here.
Okay, welcome everybody. I will start off with a call to the public. Residents of the city of Bisbee may speak at this time regarding any design review work topics that are not on the agenda. Do you have anything? Nothing? Okay, then we'll move on. We'll move along to old business. Application number 24-6027 Wood Canyon. Are you speaking for the owner? Because she is not here.
I guess so.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know. Nobody told me that. So.
Did you know that she was not going to be here?
No. I didn't know.
I didn't know.
But I mean, we can. Javi knows what it is.
Okay.
If he would like. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah.
If
Do you
wanna-
want to step up to the mic? Thanks. Thanks, Javier.
Okay. So they want to redo their roof. They're having a lot of structural problems with the roof. I guess it wasn't done right at the time when it was built. So they want to replace whatever's damaged in there, probably beef it up. But the contractor's saying something is wrong with the chimney, that the chimney has to go for it to be structurally sound, that the chimney is what's causing the leaks and problems with the roof, you know. And then whatever siding they're probably gonna have to change siding on the top when they start removing some of the layers of the roof to properly flash it and get some good siding. I think there's a little peak where the roof goes up and it has some flashing. You can see on page, oh yeah. Oh, there's the windows, yeah. So there's the chimney and the windows. Most all of that needs to be changed out. But they're afraid once they start tearing up the roof, that all that wood's gonna have to be,
Oh, yeah, it's Leah.
It's Leah.
oh,
He was speaking on your behalf.
well you could start it off.
Okay.
Okay?
You just come up to the podium and just talk about your application.
Yeah, and then speak into the mic because it's being recorded.
Hi, I'm Leah Nakadera,
Hi, Leah.
and are you Javier?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Leah.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you. I received an email from Javier letting me know that my application was denied. And so I came to find out how to resolve that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, so explain this like, okay, what you want to do and what was the part that was denied?
I want to replace the roof, and originally we were going to remove the chimney, and it's my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, that I'm being denied because you don't want me to remove the chimney.
Okay, so this is the first, this is just coming in front of us now. We've seen it, but it's not that the application is denied, it was that the
Administrative approval was.
administrative approval was denied, which is different.
What does that mean?
Administrative approval means it doesn't have to come in front of us, that Javier makes a decision on his own. And if he says he can't make a decision on his own, that's not a denial. It just means the board needs to review it.
Okay.
Because it's maybe more significant than, than is it within his purview.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we pulled the administrative approval because I believe Ben had a question about the chimney because it had been on the house. I forgot what you said now, Ben.
Well,
And that's why we wanted it to come before the board because like Javier said, the contractor thinks it will solve the leaking issues without the chimney being there.
Okay. Okay, so, so you want to replace the roof. you would like to remove the chimney because the contractor says that that's where the leak is coming from. There's other, is there siding that's gonna be added to certain part of the house?
Yeah, so this is a picture that puts the chimney back in the picture. So this would be a version that I was like, well, if you want the chimney back, this is what it would look like. And I don't know exactly what the contractor would need to do to put the chimney back the way that it was and have the house be stable, or whatever the right word would be. Yeah, the siding in between, that is the top part,
Yes.
those 3 or 4 boards there would be replaced with that same kind of board. And I think that that is all outlined in the packet.
Yes.
I think the question was just the chimney.
Well, I've got lots of questions.
Yeah, there's some other questions. I think the siding is a question. Should we wait until we do the board?
Yeah.
discussion?
Yeah. So
Okay.
next it would be public comments, then
Yeah.
staff, and then board.
Okay. I'm just looking at this, the siding, it says it's concrete shiplap that he wants to put up there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, and are windows being replaced?
No.
They're just, it's the same windows, yeah, okay. All right, thank you. And, all right, so we'll move on to public comments. Is there anybody here who would like to speak for or against this application? And so you have 3 minutes. Were you-
No,
No.
I'm here for my own.
For your own, okay. Cool. All right, closing the public comments and moving on to staff comments. Javier?
Yeah, I'm glad that this was brought forward because chimneys are a prominent thing on houses, around here in the historic district. I started looking around a lot more, and those are one of the main features of the house. And this house being contributing, that probably is part of what made it,
Okay, thank you. Closing the staff comments, and we'll open up the board discussion, and I believe Mr. Lepley has questions.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
apologies, I was the one that flagged the chimney. I guess looking at the renderings, both sides of the house kind of look similar, right? You've got like a roof peak and then 2 lower roofs on both sides, right?
Yes.
And then in the photo, I see there's like an air conditioner unit and some vents. Some vent going up the roof and an air conditioner. Is that on the,
Those are on the
Opposite side?
Those are on the south facing side,
and the chimney's on the north side?
correct.
Okay. And the roof leaks are everywhere, or the roof leaks are,
Where the chimney is and where that wall is there is where the leak is, and then that leak is starting to come down into the lower roof.
okay. So there's no leaks on the air conditioner side?
Correct.
And are you keeping that air conditioner there?
Yes.
With the vent there?
Yes.
And was that air conditioner vent DRB approved?
Yes, that was done before I purchased the home in
Okay.
2015, and it's on the lower part of the roof on the south side, so it won't change.
Okay. It just kind of takes up a lot of the roof. Okay, and, yeah, I mean, just when I look at a house as an architect, a masonry chimney or a chimney that's framed out is part of like the silhouette and architecture of the house. I wouldn't necessarily put like a steel pipe chimney in that category, because it's more like ducting, if you will. So that's kind of why I kind of flagged this. I don't go through all the admin approval ones, but there was a long list that day, and I was like, oh, I'll just go through these. They were all good, except I disagreed on that one. So that's just for the board, that's just kind of why. Because it's, some houses, The chimney's in the very middle of the house and all the framing goes up to it. And it's like the centerpiece of the house, and sometimes it's on the end of the house, and it's like, almost like a giant column. So that's just where I was coming from with this. And as far as flashing and waterproofing is concerned, if the contractor is competent, there's no reason they can't waterproof around the chimney properly. You put the flashing properly, tuck it into the mortar joint, 6 inches, 8 inches above the roof line, and call it a day. Make sure you've got the right crickets and stuff.
But the chimney is gone.
No.
It's not gone. Okay.
No, the chimney's still there.
The chimney is still there. Okay.
And so the chimney, you'll see that the lower roof on the north side of the home and
Yes.
the lower roof on the south side of the home are additions onto the home that are, later on in history.
Right.
The chimney goes all the way down into the lower bedroom. So as he's suggesting, it is originally from 1908, that side of the home, because that's the original side of the home. And I think that speaking to the competency of the contractor, what's happened is that the roof is doing this, and that is pushing the chimney out. So it's not that the contractor is incompetent, it's that the chimney will have to be redone if that's what I have to do, so that we can stabilize it.
Yeah, that's, and the roof doing that obviously shouldn't be happening in the first place, so. That needs to be fixed probably before the chimney. But that's a common problem with remodels, especially when you're putting in dormers or an upper floor into an attic. Sometimes people cut those joists that go horizontal, and that's what keeps the roof from collapsing. So I don't know if that happened here, but it's pretty common with remodels, especially if they weren't done with a permit. I'm not saying you did, it's probably the previous.
No, I'm sure that it was done in the late 70s and the early 80s, when I was a kid.
But that roof has been a problem from the beginning, has it not?
No,
No, it has not.
no, it was redone in 2015.
Okay. When you got the house?
We bought the house in spring of 2016.
Okay, yeah. So, but for you, I meant it was a problem from the beginning.
I've solely owned the home for 2 years, and for the last year and a half, it has been very difficult to get a contractor who had the skill set to fix the home.
Okay.
It's a cool house.
May I ask, is the chimney actually out of plumb? Has it been forced over significantly?
Yes, that's the correct wording, yes.
So the photos don't show it very well. So I have a real hard time trying to find where the house is, the original house and the whole structure. I believe the chimney was probably on an exterior wall of the original house. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm explaining, yes.
Okay. So it's the second floor added on, of course. Both sides of the house have been added on. The front porch definitely has been added on. There is no original house there anymore.
Or they put the roof is still there, they just put dormers in the middle, and they probably cut those joists.
Right, and that chimney, you can see where it was a single-story house, you can see the old weathered brick, and then there's newer brick that's added on top of that, probably in the 70s. And the red brick it's weathered, whether it's an inferior brick or, I don't know, but it's very, very weathered. So I understand why the roof would leak. It's a uneven surface that they're trying to sill against, and I'm sure if you did get it to sill once, shortly thereafter it would start leaking again. because that brick is obviously not stopping water penetration. It's very, very limited.
And this is a non-functioning chimney, is that correct?
Correct.
And you can kind of see the differences in the brick texture in the picture, but when in person, it really stands out.
And the roof is, you're gonna put a metal roof on, is that?
Yeah, we looked at the cost analysis of like how long the roof would last and what kind of level of insulation we can put under there. We can just put a higher level of insulation if we do the metal.
And that's metal, that looks nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice house, I've driven by it several, I mean, I have a friend who lives on the canyon, so. That's,
There's a lot of metal on the property and on the house, so we also thought that the metal would just look good.
Yeah. That's very old Bisbee as well.
If I could further comment,
Yeah.
this will be my last comment. I see the applicant is really saving the house, because if they don't prevent the walls being forced apart by the weight of the roof, you won't have a house. I understand my colleagues, and I certainly understand Ben's argument for retaining the chimney, but I would grant some leeway because I think you've got a lot of work on your hands to salvage this house. And by forcing you to save the chimney as well, I hope that wouldn't be a bridge too far. It'd be lovely to save the chimney, but it's already out of plumb. I would be inclined to approve it. I do like the metal roof. I do think it would
Yeah.
look super.
yeah.
I think it would look so much better, but again,
So
that's
my,
just one man's opinion.
my question is, not being an architect or a builder, what does it entail to save the chimney? Like, what kind of a, lift is that? I mean, Ben, do you have any idea by looking at it, what it might entail?
Regrouting and replacing one by one any bricks that are rotten. We did that on the Bisbee Review on Main Street, a few blocks at a time. Wasn't a big deal.
No. But if the chimney is, out of plumb, and it's pushing away from the house,
Well, like I said, something's pushing it out, so
Yeah.
that needs to be fixed, and the chimney might go back to where it was if that's fixed properly. And that involves straps and figuring out it's like alignment on your car, right? You fix that first and then
yeah.
replace the tires. That warranty cuts of that, so.
Yeah.
I think, if they fix the roof properly and shore everything up, the chimney should snap back. Because there'd be a big crack there that would need fixed, and just regrout it. And if there's any rotten bricks, take them from the top and, replace them.
What did your contractor say to you about this option of saving the chimney?
He said that I should come talk to you guys first and then we would address it as we go along, because until we start to take it apart, then, he'll have more information. Because, right now, he has the information that he has right now. And then, to Ben's point, we would need to see what is required to get it back to, where it needs to be.
So he didn't say it wasn't impossible or that, just an added expense or something.
Nothing in Bisbee is impossible. I think many houses defy possibilities here, so, yeah.
So I think what we could do, possibly, is approve this application minus the removal of the chimney, so with the contingency that you'd have to save the chimney by once you get the roof into, you know, in where it should be, can the chimney be saved? If you feel that it can't, then you would notify Javier, and he would either administratively approve it or say that particular thing comes back to us. But if we really believe it can't be saved, we could probably administratively approve that. So,
Is that a motion?
no, that wasn't really, but it could be.
It was a very nice motion.
Okay, okay, I'll make a motion.
One more question.
Yes, go ahead, Javier.
In this drawing, is it showing you're gonna change the pitch of the roof on there?
I don't believe
Does-
so.
I think that's the dormers.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you.
Good question.
Yeah, because it was like,
Yeah,
I couldn't picture it off the bat.
okay. Okay, I will make a motion to approve application 24-60 with the contingency that the chimney not be removed, that the contractor attempt to save the chimney once the roof has been repaired. And if the contractor believes that he cannot save the chimney, we call in the building inspector to review, and if the building inspector agrees, then he can administratively approve it, and if not, it will come back before us.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a second from Mr. Lepley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against, say nay. Okay, so your application is approved minus the chimney unless you really find that you cannot save it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, and so here's a rendering of what that would look like if it was the metal,
Yeah.
the chimney.
Yeah, we love it.
That's good luck.
Yeah, you're good.
Do I have to add this to the packet or no?
No?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay,
Best of luck.
Nope.
cool.
Okay, thanks, Leah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Reference.
Am I dismissed?
You
Yes, you are.
See you later. Okay.
That was a great motion.
Thank you. Okay, going on to agenda item number 2.
Lori,
Yes, I'm sorry.
since, Ben, are you gonna recuse yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so since we don't have a quorum for his,
Okay.
let's do everything up to, the board decision, and then you can discuss it, and then you can do what we discussed before, or, you know, whatever you all discuss, you can, you know, either table it to the next one, or have Javier. Administratively
So we
approve it.
will discuss it.
Right.
We can't vote on it.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so we're.
But you can direct staff to,
Yeah, either administratively approved.
or it has to come
Or it
back.
has to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So agenda item 2, application 24-89. Yes, Mr. Gafford.
Well, I'm so grateful that the other person, the other applicant showed up, otherwise you'd be glaring at me. It's my fault. I'll be here tonight. And, I'm sorry that Dan has to accuse himself. He gave me some tremendous services, but I elected to go in a slightly different direction. And so the quality of the drawings is certainly much poorer than there. So what I want to do is to build a carport. It's a multi-function carport that serves 4 purposes. Number 1, it protects my vehicles from the weather. Number 2, we can use it for some rain harvesting so that we can direct the water where the cars are parked into the back garden. Number 3, we'll have to come back to you again as and when we get solar panels, because we want to go 100% electric in the house, and so we want to have solar panels. And number 4, when I built the workshop, I built it for making small things, and I wind up making big things. So I need some cover, so I need a covered area to work in. So which is why it's right adjacent to the workshop, contiguous with it. It's a very simple shed roof. It'll be corrugated steel. The framing will be engineered lumber. There will be two sides which will be open, facing northwest and southwest. And there will be one side which will be the existing workshop, and the other side there will be a partial wall to screen, as my wife would call it, my junk from her view. I would actually not, but it also serves, that would be where the Ocotillo fence is, you can see on the photograph. We're going to relocate the Ocotillo fence, and that will be replaced by a partial wall, which will be, which will also provide some structural stiffness to the carport. And yeah, I think that's it. So,
Thank you.
any further questions?
Not yet.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Do we have, let's see here. Oh, we have a public hearing on this one. So open the public hearing. Yeah, okay. Is there anybody here who would like to speak for or against this application this time? Public hearing. No? No?
We do
Okay.
have two comments that were received. The first one is from Betsy Barolt. It's terrific as a next door neighbor. I have no problem with this. I know that Peter Gaffer will do an excellent job. From Pam and David Nelson, yes, please approve the Gaffer application to extend the workshop with the 2-vehicle carport. That extension impacts no one and provides a safe space to park his vehicles.
Okay. Great. All right, I will close the public hearing and staff comments.
The building is not contributing, and I think this will be a great addition to the workshop. If you drive up there, you really can't even see back there. If he puts that extra wall there, you really won't see it, you know. It's in a great location. I think this will benefit and not take away from the historic district.
Okay, thank you. I will open up board discussion at this time. Anybody have any thoughts? We're not voting on it, but we could make a motion, I suppose, to allow Hobby to administratively approve. Okay, would anybody like to make a motion? Or you have questions?
Oh, did you?
There's no question, just a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not necessary. Obviously, Peter's neighbors are tired of looking at his junk as well.
I don't want to talk about Peter's junk, okay?
It's really only one neighbor who didn't respond, but I think James.
You look good, Red.
Okay.
I'm very envious of all of his junk.
Oh, okay. That is getting a little personal, but do we have a motion? I'll make a motion. I'm on a roll, okay. I make a motion to allow our building inspector, Javier Rodriguez, to administratively approve application number 24-89. Do we have a second?
I second.
Seconded by Mr. Schriever. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the 3 ayes have it. Javi, you can administratively approve.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that.
No problem. All right, let's see here.
Junk is getting rusty.
That's right.
Keep it to yourself.
Great.
Okay, so agenda item 3, approval of the July 10, 2024 Design Review Board meeting minutes. I make a motion to approve the July 10, 2024 Design Review Board meeting minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Guy seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All against say nay.
Yay.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, no.
The July 10, 2024 Design Review Board meeting minutes are unanimously approved. Moving on to staff comments.
I only have to say that we are up to application 95.
Woo-hoo!
So we may just meet our goal.
Yeah.
And thank you for that interim report that you sent out to say how we were doing for the year. I did look at it, it was very interesting, and, wow.
A lot of work, a lot of money, and a lot of work.
Good.
So good to see that
Yeah.
we're a lot of people are doing a lot of work on their homes.
Yes,
Is it-
that's true.
Is it sort of driven by the fact that a lot of people are putting in mini splits? I didn't do a
And
count.
solar panels.
Solar mini splits, and of course, we did used to do electrical upgrades.
Yeah,
It's
but
like quite a bit.
yeah, I think it's increased quite a bit with the electrical upgrades and I think a little bit of the solar, and I think now, like we just did our first solar that could be administratively approved, as you saw.
Right.
So it was really interesting to see. We made a checklist, and Javier goes through it and
Yeah,
makes sure.
that's
And then, so I think that's, making those adjustments so that we're on top of those electrical works and making sure that they're getting building permits and getting inspections and all of that. I think it's really helping.
That's great. So, anything else? It's an impressive list. As usual.
I don't have nothing at the moment, no.
Okay. Do we have any future agenda item suggestions from the board?
I think there are a number that are pending
That are
that we said
pending.
we'd wait till
Doug got back, yes. Mhm.
And I guess they are still on the record that they will be.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he doesn't get back until the mid of September, so we'll tackle him one issue at a time. That way there's not
Yeah.
overwhelming for the meeting.
Yeah.
And we'll start bringing him back in October.
Great. Anything else? All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
I received a notice that I was supposed to be in the meeting tonight.
What was your address?
It's 416 Pearly Street.
Actually, yours was given administrative
Oh,
approval.
what?
Yours was the solar we did. Yeah, that's what that meant. I apologize.
I didn't get that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I'm waiting for nothing.
I think
I'm so sorry.
At least it wasn't a long one.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a lot, but yes, no, yours was the one that we actually
I heard
institute
that.
our
I
new,
wonder if that's mine.
yeah, it was.
Great, thank you.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting of the Design Review Board. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Gaffer. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All against say nay. Okay, this August 7, 2024 meeting of the Design Review Board is adjourned.